get that done.
Nice. Okay, so in the meantime, while you were pushing yourself to get it done, 1 page a day, 2 pages a day, 5 pages a day, all that took patience for you to learn these things.
Yeah. So
while you were working on your dream, getting the book out, in the meantime, what was life like? How did you survive? Did you have income coming in? What were you doing?
I was actually working.
A job.
I had a job. I was working at a fill pack. I was messing with a lot of cardboard. It was a good job, and my pride was gone, because it was like, what I think about is people that started from where I came from. Mm-hmm. And I look at their success story and I'm like, okay, they had to have started from right here. Why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say, you know what, man, fuck this job, I'm about to do this, and boom. But then guess what? That history repeats itself. Mm-hmm. And I know the outcome. Mm-hmm. So I pushed myself. I was going to work. I had no car. You know what I'm saying? I was getting up early, walking way down Military to get to, to work. But it wasn't like a depressing thing. It was more like I'm going to get this.
Yeah.
Because I got to get the money to publish this, because while I'm doing this is what I'm thinking about. The closest ones to you, like
the end result.
How am I gonna get that money? You know what I'm saying? I can't depend on somebody to lend me the money. I don't want nobody that I know in the game to let me hold the money, because that's, that's illegal, and that's, I don't want that. I just don't want that. So I have to grind my ass off to get this done. So I was working, but then at the same time, I was going through a lot of personal stuff. I was going through a dark place, because at the same time, in order for me to get this done, there was a lot of people that I had to cut off. Mm. That could be so hard, man. I mean, because, a lot of people could see, but they don't got vision. And I got vision. I see things. I'm like, yo, because like what we're doing right now, even though I didn't know it was going to be like this, I seen this type of stuff for me. Like, eventually I'm write my joint, get into a movie. That was my plan, the movie. You know what I'm saying? Right. Man, you know what I'm saying? But I always think about that first step. Like, it's always cool to talk about what's up here, but what is that first step? Mm. So, I was working in everything, but I was going through that life shit. I was having a lot of personal situations going on, man, but I had to go through that in order for me to be where I'm at. And I used to drink a lot of shit like that. So I knew me drinking, smoking weed, that's not gonna do it. Like what do I really want? You know what I mean? I caught that dirty urine around the pandemic, caught the bracelet, and I'm like, here we go. You know what I'm saying? And one day I just got up and went down to 291 I was done. I was done after that, bro. I went through years without that. So with the problems that I was dealing with, if it was me back in the days, I'd have been drinking
away. Drink it through.
And again, it would have led to bad choices, bad decisions. So I chose to stay firm and deal with these problems head on, and I did.
That's fire. So one thing for sure that has to change, right? When you're trying to make change and trying to make progress in your life, some of the most important things that have to change are people, places, and things. It may sound simple, but it's literally the foundation to changing things. Sometimes you got to get certain people out your life. You got to stop going to certain places, and you got to stop doing certain things in order to succeed and to see your dreams become a reality. And right now, we're seeing your dream become a reality. We're seeing our dreams become a reality. The things that we used to talk about when we was sitting in the cell.
And them fucking dreams.
Sitting in jail, man, and talking about what we wanted for our life.
Yep.
And we actually accomplished those things that we wanted. And it took perseverance. It took us changing our mindset. It took us being stubborn, right? So, because you got to be stubborn and stuck on the end goal. Like you said, you walking to work and not thinking like, damn, I got to go to work, but thinking like, man, I got to get this book out.
Right.
That's two different ambitions.
Right.
And when you thinking on the end result, how you get to that end result is part of the process. It's like going on a road trip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to look at the road. Everybody want to look at
The destination.
the destination.
Right.
But the road trip to get to the destination is part of the whole trip.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to enjoy that process too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be mad. Oh man, I got to go to work, man, in order to get this book out. I got to go to work in order to open this barbershop. It's a part of the process, man. You got to enjoy every step of the process in order to enjoy the fruits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's amazing, man, sitting here with you right now. So we found out the difficulties. Now, after let's get into publishing. So did you find a publisher? How'd you get the book out? How'd you publish the book?
Okay, I was Googling a lot of stuff like publishers and stuff like that. And once I actually finished, got everything on the hard drive, now it's that time. So now, I'm like, okay, and now I'm excited because I accomplished the goal.
Mm-hmm.
I told myself how to type and I actually finished. Because that was a lot of struggle too. That was part of it. Like, I have to finish this. So once I finished it, I'm calling, I'm Googling places and shit. I got a hold of one publishing company, right? And I'm thinking old school way, you like my book, you push my book, I get a percentage, you get a percentage, and blah. I'm thinking that way. I get to talking to these people. Now, okay, first before that, I emails them my stuff. I get the email back, congratulations, we're gonna publish the joint. So I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm like, yay, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, yo, it's about to be on. So, get in contact with me, we talking, find out it's not like the old way. They wanted bread. Basically, it was, you pay us this and we move your book. If you can't pay at one time, you sign a contract. That's what caught me off. Like, I'm thinking about rappers that got jerked, everybody, with the publishing and owning rights. I'm thinking of all of that. It's exciting to see my work out there, but I'm not gonna get jerked. I'd rather not have my work out there before I get jerked. So they telling me, they actually told me it was like $7,000 to get it out there. I'm like, $7,000? I ain't got that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just to get to them, yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what? So they was like, well, if you can't pay, we could break down into where you paying the monthly joint, you sign a contract and it's up to you, how your book move, and even if you can't make a payment, and then I'm thinking, like, first of all, I'm thinking contract, no. Then I'm thinking another bill on top of the bills that I'm working with now. And then if I don't pay that bill, just like any other thing gets taken away, so what? If I don't pay, it's on your shelf. My dreams is kind of shot right there. Like, damn, nah, that's not how I want this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how, I don't care if it's a publishing company. Y'all trying to get me to spend some money. I don't even know who y'all are, what y'all gonna do, how y'all gonna push it. Like, y'all all got the same, we're gonna put it on audio, we're gonna put it here, we're gonna do Amazon, we're gonna this, we're gonna that. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, that's cool, but I don't got 7 G's for y'all, and I'm not gonna be paying y'all more. I already got mad bills. So I did that. And then I had a bunch of other people calling me, telling me, that they ghostwriters and they could finish the book for me. And I'm like, yo, my book is finished already. And then they coming up with these wild deals. That's another thing y'all gotta look out for. If you're an up and coming author, you're gonna have people calling you, telling you that they gonna, help you get your book out there, but they're gonna want some money. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. Don't go for none of that shit. So I was like, nah, fuck it. So I just put it on the back burner for a minute. I know I got the book done and all that, but something's going. I got that feeling that something's gonna come through. Sometimes there's some downtime. Like, damn, man, is this shit gonna happen or what? So I'm working, doing my thing. I stayed working and all that, and then one day, while I'm at work, mind you, I work overnight, I get a message from somebody I grew up with in Southside Jamaica, Queens. He's like, what's up, old man? I'm like, yo, who's this? Oh, the old man, He's like, it's me, Mom. I'm like, Mom, I don't remember you. Back then we was all skinny, you know what I'm saying? Big ass heads and shit. Now we all chubby, you know what I mean? Got dad bods and shit. I'm like, who is this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? But when he said he knew my pops, I was like, okay, now we gotta talk now, because you know my dad. Like, you been in my dad's house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so then it all came back to me once we started chopping it up. He was locked up before. He did like 20 years. So he telling me his situation and telling me where he's at. So it was inspiration for me where, you know, he said, yo, I came home, I'm a producer now, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, damn. I'm thinking to myself, like, see, there's people that's coming home with nothing and turning into shit. I could do that. So he's inspiration. So boom, I'm like, yo, so as he's telling me his situation, I'm like, well, shit, I wrote a book while I was up in there, you know what I'm saying? Told him the name, boo, you know, he like, well, yo, I don't know if you remember Miz. He from the town too. He from Queens too. And he done wrote 5 books and he working on a movie right now. I'm gonna give him, you know, hook you up with him. And I'm like, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Because, you know, sometimes people be
Talking.
yapping and they don't actually come through. The man came through. I talked to the guy, Miz. Miz was like, listen, I'm about to give you hundreds of $1,000s worth of game, bro, for free. Because I came from where you came from. And he plugged me into everything, bro. From not knowing where the fuck I'm going with this to all of a sudden, boom, publisher, printers, his sister helped me incorporate the Stefan P. Publishing. So everything just started boom, bang, bing, boom, boom. And luckily, God gave me the financial means at the time to actually get it done.
Fire.
And I'm like, you know what? That wasn't even sitting there. It's time. You know, because you know that fear like, man, I don't want to do this, and then it don't work out. I'm like, well, fuck it. If it don't work out, it don't work out. I'm doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I put the money in it. I got the books printed, and all of a sudden, boom, shit's in my hand. I'm like, oh my God. I'm just flipping through pages like, yo, this used to be on a legal pad.
Right. That's 100%.
And I still got those pads, bro.
Fire.
Never threw them away, my guy.
Yeah.
They right there.
You need that. That's the reminder.
That's the reminder, like,
That's
yo,
the reminder where you came from.
boom, you know what I mean? And he plugged me into the marketing team, everything, and you know, the cover, this was in my head for the last, now, 9 years.
Wow.
9 years. Not the way it actually is, but the 2 kids at the bottom,
Yeah.
that part and that part. Those 2 parts right there, the 2 dudes standing with their backs almost to each other, that was always the vision of my book. And I had one so-called publishing company tell me, yeah, we can joint effort the cover. I was like, no, we're not gonna joint effort that. The cover's in my head. I already know how I want it. Yeah, but it's still like a joint thing. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, you're not gonna switch what's in my dome. Like, this is my idea, my shit. Like, there's no negotiation on this, bro.
Right.
It's gonna be the way it's in my head or not. But Miz, he hooked me up with the guy. It's from Next Level Publishing. And he was like, yo, email him what you want. I'm like, what? Because you know, like, this is like drawing. In your head, that shit looks beautiful, right? When you put that fucking, and you be like drawing, you be like, wait a minute, that shit was way cooler in my head, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what this is. So I'm like, all right. So I said, all right, cool. I emailed him. I emailed Deshaun what I wanted, and he called me and was like, listen, yo, this is crazy. So I'm thinking, like, what do you mean crazy? Like, what do you mean trash? Like, what do you mean? He's like, no, bro. He's like, most book covers that we do is like simple. You know, it's you know, easy work. You know what I mean? Easy work. You know, take us a day. He's like, what you describing, you're gonna have to give us like a week. All right, no rush.
Yeah.
Sitting in the movies when he emailed me this cover, bro. I swear, a tear was like, a joy just ran down my mouth. I was like, oh my. You know, at first I'm looking like, it's not exactly, but when I seen the 2 kids at the bottom,
that's it.
That was it. The first try.
That's it.
So boom.
Now we here, man. Book in hand. Book in hand. So I got one last question for you. When did you recognize your second chance? Like, when did you understand? Because sometimes we don't understand until we think back on something, right? Mm-hmm. So at what point in time did you realize, like, yo, this is my second chance? At life or at the publishing? Like, the second chance to be the best you that you could be?
I realized the second chance actually when I came home. When I came home, I was like, yo, there's a lot of people that's not getting this chance. Technically, it wasn't my second chance because I've been locked up before. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, again, like I was saying, where do I want to see myself? So, I said to myself, okay, there's no other time that you could do this but now. Everything that happened in life, I can't change it because it made me what I am right now. So I was like, technically, yeah, this is my second chance. What am I going to do with it? And I got right to work. And when I was getting the feedback, like once the book was done, the feedback I was getting, it made me stronger mentally. And like, you know what? You know, now I'm an author now. Like, I had to like basically sit in the mirror like author Stephon P. Author Stephon P. You know what I'm saying? Because
100%.
I'm not just a regular dude no more. I don't sell drugs no more. I don't fuck around no more. So it's like, you are a fucking author now. And in a minute, I'm gonna be a producer because we're actually working on putting it into a series.
That's fire, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, okay, I can't blow this. Too old, man. I'm 55 now. There's no way I could be playing with my life when I got kids that's grown, that respect me still, love me still, come to me for advice still, and understand where I came from and see the progress of their father. There's no way I could go back from that. You understand what I'm saying? I can't go back from that.
That's your why.
That's my why. And then the grandkids.
The babies.
Babies.
Nice. So they'll never even know Stephon the Hustler.
Actually, that dude's name was KK.
They don't even know KK. They will never know KK. Nah. They only gonna know Stephon the author. Stephon the producer.
Yep.
That's amazing, man. That's changing your life and their life ultimately. That's generational change because us coming up and we seen it firsthand. The people in our family that sold drugs, so we wanted to sell drugs, right? So now they're gonna see that you're an author, you're a producer. So guess what they're gonna want to be? An author, a producer. You know what I mean?
Something in that field.
Something in that field. They're never even gonna think about the things that you've been through to get to where you are now.
Nah, my grandpops is he's an author. He's an author. You know, it's my grandpa. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna be like, yeah, my because I see dudes that's plugging their sons, bro.
It's crazy.
Selling drugs to their sons.
It's crazy.
Like, when do we break this cycle? Like, that's what I'm proud of. None of my kids are hustlers. They all work. My son, Pep, he got 5 kids. He home, he married. They didn't follow my footsteps. Be like me, but not like me.
I like it. Where can they get the book, man? Talk to them.
Okay, you can go to www.stephonppublishing.com. Buy a book, you get a t-shirt free that comes with it.
Appreciate you, man. It was a pleasure having you.
No doubt.
And this will not be the last time, man. I'm looking forward to part 2 and the series.
I'm working
I need the first copy.
I know you do. And whoever the actor is that's gonna play Lucky, I'm gonna drag her over here.
He's stupid, man.
Yo, my man ain't talking to me till he meet you.
Till he meet Lucky.
But that's not my real name. He don't care.
You lucky.
You lucky.
Right.
Okay? You lucky and you lucky. Let's go.
Let's go.
You know?
Appreciate you, baby.
Word up, man.